Okay, so my name is Abigail Schmidt, and this is my video for our Assignment 1 application. If I were to describe myself as a learner and how I learn best, I would definitely say that reading things and analyzing those, like our articles, that's definitely where I learn best. The video lectures that we've had in all of the courses, I usually download the transcript, and I learn better by reading that than I do by listening to the video. I mean, like, I retain more by reading that. I do think that when I was in college a couple years ago, when I was getting my undergrad, we definitely started to move more towards using technology a lot, and tools like Google Docs and Google Slides, where we can collaborate with other students, was definitely something that was getting more prevalent in my classes, and so that way we could collaborate with other students online and not have to be physically in person and have that more digital learning aspect. And so that was really, I feel like I've learned a lot through that, and that's definitely something that I will apply in my classroom with my students, just because I do believe there are lots of benefits to that. Let's see. So yeah, I don't think that I learn super well with just straight technology. I am considered a digital native just because I was born in the 90s and I've grown up with technology. So I don't really feel like there's going to be that big of a disconnect with my students and myself in terms of our exposure to technology. The article, I think it was Lieberman, the 2015 or 2017 article, for one of our readings, that we were talking about how he said that there's not really that big a difference between how digital natives and digital immigrants think. I thought that was pretty interesting, just because I had only ever heard the version that, what's his name? The version Prensky, that's his name, from the 2001 reading that we did. His idea of how different digital immigrants and natives are. I thought it was interesting to focus more on the similarities between the two. And I think that that's probably where a lot of teachers get held up. They think that there's this huge divide in how the students are processing their information and how they're thinking and how they're using technology, versus how the teachers themselves use it. And I really don't think that there is that big of a divide, but I'm speaking from my perspective, and me being younger and like having grown up with the technology, I can definitely see that might be a different case for somebody like my mom's age, who she uses technology in her classroom, but I do think that she's not as comfortable with it as she was when she was teaching back in like the 70s and 80s, where it was all just lecture and like students taking notes based on what the teacher said. I don't think that I would have learned best in that style. I think a combination of both traditional teaching and the use of technology is probably the best way for me personally to learn, and I think it's probably the best way to encase the whole student body and reach the most students and teach them the most. So, yep, that's pretty much it.